taxes can be a huge pain in the backside, especially property taxes in Iowa. Not just because we have to pay them, but because they're just confusing. In the state of Iowa, we pay taxes in arrears, which means we're always behind in our taxes. We pay them twice a year. We pay them in March and we pay them in September. And I'm going to go through this whole process for you, especially if you're selling a home. Stick around and pay attention. All right, so when we paid taxes in, say, March of 2023, we actually paid for the time period of January 2022 to July of 2022. Now, if we close on a home, we have to pay taxes to the current day, all the way up to the day of closing. So a seller typically says, why do I have to pay so much in taxes? We've paid our taxes. Well, that's because when you paid them for a long time ago. So in order for us to close on a house, we're just going to say in August of 2023, we would have had to, since we paid taxes from January to July of 22 in March, now we have to pay them from July of 22 all the way through July of 23 up until August of 2023. So it could be just over a full year's worth of taxes you have to pay at the time of closing. What happens with that money? Well, it gets given as a credit to the buyer because those taxes will come due for the buyer at some point. So even though you're current on your taxes, you still have to pay quite a bit to get it to the current day of closing, even though the taxes aren't technically due. Now remember, when you bought the home, you probably got that same credit. Unless you bought a new home, and on a new home, you probably got about 12 to 18 months worth of no taxes at all, except for on the dirt. So it all equals out over time, but that is why you have to pay quite a bit of property tax at the time of closing, because in the state of Iowa, we actually pay for taxes in arrears. I hope that helped. If you follow and subscribe, I hope I can bring you some more helpful information about real estate.